Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Meg's Movies, and today I am doing a ranking of one of my favourite childhood franchises, and that is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle franchise. So let's get into it. Okay, so like I said in my Lion King ranking, I am getting back into my rankings, slowly but surely. And of course, because I watched the OG TMNT, I think it was like last week, I figured why not give you guys a ranking of all 7 movies. So this is not including the Batman Teenage Mutant Turtles crossover, because I see that as more as a Batman film than a Turtles film, because obviously the first name on that is Batman. I haven't seen it, but this is just the main Turtle films. So these are the ones that are the original trilogy, the 2 remakes, and the 2 animated films that we've gotten. So yeah, so let's get into it. I'm going from least favourite to favourite, because I actually, to be honest, don't hate any of these movies. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to move to the side so I can then put the poster here. So let's get into it. Okay, and at number 7, we have Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the brand new one we got this year. It is based around the TV show that is on Nickelodeon or Paramount Plus, whichever way you can watch it. So if you haven't watched the TV show, like I've only seen like the first episode, you most probably wouldn't get most of the plot, because in this one the turtles have mystic powers. Yeah. Not gonna lie, this one is a bit odd for me because I got Terminator vibes. If you have seen the Terminator films, you know what I mean. So it kind of took me out of it a little bit, so hence why for me it's at the bottom, because it feels more like a Terminator film but in turtle form. So it doesn't feel like a true Turtles movie to me. Well, at least anyway. It wasn't terrible. I didn't hate it, but at the same time, I don't know how often I'd go back to it. Saying that though, I will go and rewatch it at least one more time once I've watched the show. So I'm going to watch the whole show, just in case there's anything that nods to the show in the film that I didn't see before. Okay, and at number 6, this is a first time watch for me, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. So this is not at the very bottom of my list, like a lot of people do have at the bottom of their list, which is understandable. I can see why. It's not exactly the best one out of the original trilogy, but for me, I think this is going to become a guilty pleasure, because I actually ended up quite enjoying this more than I thought I would. There's a character that comes back into it that I didn't think did. Like, I thought because they were in the first one, they weren't in the second one, I figured we're not seeing them again, but we did. I will give a full review on that at the end of the month with my first time watches, but all I can say is it is generally, I had a good time with it. I had a good laugh. Bit of an odd plot, I will admit, but still enjoyable. Okay, and at number 5, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles remake. So this is, I think this is like 2014, 15, somewhere there. This is the live action remake, which I actually don't mind. I enjoy this one. It's odd. Normally with remakes, with me, they can be very miss and very rare hits. This is one of those very rare hits for me. Yes, I do feel like some of the characters, especially Splinter and Shredder for me, didn't feel like what I got from the original films. They did feel slightly different, but of course you will be doing that when it is a remake. You will try and modernise it, you'll try and do things differently. So that bit I'm a little bit about, but to be honest, the rest of the movie I do enjoy, and I do remember a lot more of this film, and I certainly look forward to going back to seeing it again. Okay, and at number 4, we have TMNT. So this is the animated film. I think this came out in like 2004, 5, somewhere there. I'm not 100% sure. I actually have memories of this one because I believe I saw this with my dad in the cinema, because he knows how much of a Turtle fan I was growing up, so he took me to see that film. And I forgot how much I enjoyed it. It's a little bit of an odd plot, but at the same time, it's still really enjoyable. I think it's the best animated one we've gotten so far. And yeah, I forgot Sarah Michelle Gellar and Chris Evans were in this. How could I forget that? But no, it's a fun movie. Bit of a different kind of animation, but I still think it's worth a watch because of the odd animation to it. But no, it's a good short film and I seriously recommend watching it. Okay, and we're now into the top 3. So what are my top 3? Well, at number 3, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. So this is the sequel to the remake that we got. I enjoyed this one a little bit more just for the simple fact of it felt more like a Turtles film in a sense to me, because like the OG first 2 films, they felt like Turtles films. The first remake didn't feel that much like a Turtles film, so this one, it brought back more of the comedic side of things. It brought the brotherly bond. You've also got Casey Jones, who got introduced to this, played by Stephen Amell. I love him as Arrow, so of course seeing him in this film as Casey Jones was fun. I do like Beat Bop and Rocksteady. They were quite fun villains. I do feel like Shredder was kind of put on a back burner though. Like, you kind of thought he was going to be the villain, but then it was Krang. And then it was more Krang, and yeah. So I do feel like that bit is a little bit all over the place, but I still enjoy it. I think it's the better one out of the 2 remakes that we got. And at number 2, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze. So this is the second one to the original. This one is sort of like trying to get back to their origins and sort of like explain what happened and things like that. And Shredder's back and everything. This is a fun sequel. This is one of my guilty pleasures because it's one of those, you know it's a terrible movie, but it's still enjoyable. But no, I enjoy it from start to finish. I have a good laugh with it. I love the ninja rap song sung by Vanilla Ice. Hilarious. I always listen to that whenever I can. But no, I really enjoyed this sequel. A bit gutted they did replace the actress from the original film of April O'Neil. But at the same time, I feel like this actress did actually do a pretty good job. I do miss the original one. However, I do think she did a very good job at replacing her. And she's a fun one to watch as well. Okay, of course, if you haven't guessed, the OG Teenage Mutant Turtle film that came out in 1990 is my top one of the Turtles films. Nothing will ever beat it for me. I have not only nostalgic feels for it, but this is the film that got me into the Turtles. This is the film that I enjoy the most. It also got me into superheroes, and it's just a fun, nostalgic movie. It is nostalgic because of the 90s. The fact that it was pretty much all visual effects, I think, is really good. I do miss when movies use less practical effects and use more CGI, because that can be hit or miss. So to see the face puppeting and the fact that these people had to wear full out suits is amazing. I think they did such a good job. But no, I loved all the characters in this. Casey Jones, he was fun. April O'Neil, she was fun. Shredder was a badass villain. He's the best one I think we've had ever, from what I can see anyway. But no, this will always forever be one of my favourites. I don't think a Turtle film will ever top it. But you never know. Things could change. But for right now, this is definitely my number 1. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this ranking. I'm not sure what the next one will be. I'm just literally doing ranking videos as soon as I've finished watching a franchise. So it could be anything. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell down below to be notified when I post. And also leave me your ranking of the Teenage Mutant Turtles films. Even if you want to include the Batman one, just put it in the comments. I'd love to see all your guys' rankings. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!